We all know this is a big week, and what this is all about. Playing the school down the road for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Big game for our players, for our university, for our fans, our alumni, all of our former Spartan dogs. It's a rivalry game. We understand this is not just another game, and we get that. Our focus right now is preparing relentlessly for the game, preparing for pressure, not just being ready, but being prepared. And being prepared. Our fans have been tremendous all season, and it's going to be an electric atmosphere. It's going to be a capacity crowd. The student section is going to be packed, and the deep end will be in full effect. We all know that. But again, it all goes back to preparation right now, leading up to the game, and focusing on what's most important, in our process to prepare for the matchups. Obviously, I watched the game, and in the games like this, records don't matter, and that's not something that's within our control. So, the records are the records, and it's all about the preparation at this point. Looking forward to it. We have tremendous fans, and our Spartan Stadium, the woodshed is electric. It's a special place, and I love coaching and preparing for big games. You want us to lay out our defensive game plan?
Yes, please.
No,
I mean, you know what I mean. Is it a game where you try and mix things up, or is it we stay the course?
Well, obviously, defensively, you have to stop the run. You would like to try to make opponents one-dimensional if you can, and then affect the quarterback with rushing coverage. And so in the run game, we have to set the edge and build a wall. Had to do a really good job with our perimeter run support, and not just in the run game, but some of the wide receiver screen and the bubble game, outside, and then, in the passing situations, we have to affect the quarterback with rushing coverage. Working together. We'll get the third down. We got to get off the field. In this type of rivalry, I believe so, because it's in your face, and it's not just today. It's every single day since the day I've been here. February 12, 2020, there hasn't been a day that's gone by that someone hasn't mentioned to me something about this game. Well, obviously, it's bragging rights, and it's important to everyone who's associated with the game. And people talk about it daily. Literally, there has not been a day that's gone by when someone has not mentioned this game to me, and it could be someone that I know, it could be someone that I don't know. It could be a text message, it could be an email, whatever, it comes up. And so, it's a big game, and we embrace it. I don't try to play down, any expectations or anything like that. I told the players this morning, and I've told them this before, when you have rivalry games like this, at the end of the day, ultimately, your legacy and your reputation, and really is a lot of it is formed by how you play and how you coach in these games. And so, that's the reality of the situation, which is a good thing, because not everyone has these opportunities to coach and play in these games. And so, we're built for it, and we're going to prepare for it. Yeah, they're sound and solid. They play with good technique and fundamentals up front. They have, they're stout in the trenches, and they're very coordinated with their coverages, and they play very hard, and they run to the ball. They're opportunistic in terms of forcing takeaways and things like that. So it's a strong group. They're very well coached, and they play extremely hard. Every player they put out there is a good player. They have good players at every position. Same thing at quarterback. And so we'll have to see what their game plan is going to be if we're going to see that and what plays they're going to run if they put another quarterback in the game. And we can't assume that they're just going to be runs, design runs. We can't assume anything. We have to, read and react and, play our responsibility, read our keys and do our jobs on those plays. And so we do need to know who's in the game, and we'll identify that and communicate that to the players before the play. I think he's a good player. I think he has command of the offense, and he does what they ask him to do, and he does it at a high level. Very good player, very good. What prevails is execution, and our focus and our point of emphasis this morning, and it's going to be throughout the week, is to eliminate the drama in our preparation. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to execution, playing with extreme effort, and obviously the turnover margin is going to be a huge factor. But in big games, in all games, but especially these very, very high stakes games, it's all about playing clean football and complementary football, offense, defense, and special teams, working together for 60 minutes in the game, and eliminating foolish penalties, carrying out your assignment, being assignment sound, heavy emphasis on technique and fundamentals, doing things right all the time, and physicality. These games are usually clean games. They're physical games, and in football, you see a lot of times sometimes teams don't get beat; they lose the game because of lack of discipline, lack of execution, lack of technique. Not giving effort, not finishing plays, things like that, not knowing what to do, and so that to get the outcome that we want, we have to keep the main things, which is, the behavior, which is what we do, the actions, and that's carrying out our assignment, playing with great technique and fundamentals, pad level, hand placement, footwork, eye discipline, playing physical, running through people, running to the ball, 11 to the ball, chasing the ball, things like that, and doing that 6 seconds at a time. If you got 70 plays in the game and you're playing, 6, 7 seconds, a play, you're looking at a total really playing 7 minutes of football. Some guys are going to play 7 minutes, some guys are going to play 2 minutes or whatever, and your intensity, your focus, what you do over and over again in those 7-minute periods, winning your one-on-one matchup, dominating your box, individually and then collectively, that's what determines the outcome of the game.